Good morning, everyone. I just thought that I would pop on here for a few minutes to talk about the week's worth of Final Cut Pro news with coffee. Of course, Saturday morning, you have to have coffee, coffee, coffee. How y'all doing this Saturday morning? I am going to just be on here for a few minutes. I am testing a few things, audio more than anything. One of the things that I found out was Michael Cioni and I have the same audio interface, which is an Arrow Thunderbolt 3. I talked to Michael yesterday, and we both have the same audio interface, which is very interesting. Jamie says, cheers, Richard. Jamie's from my Twin Peaks friends. There's another friend that's popping on here. Cecil, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you for so long. All kinds of friends are popping on here this morning. They're not Final Cut Pro related necessarily. Good morning, Rich from Nashville. Good morning as well. OGDC. I'm not sure who OGDC is. Very interesting. A lot of people popping on this morning. I'm just going to be on here for a few minutes. So let me see here. I'm going to check on one thing. And then we're going to cover the latest Final Cut Pro news and other news, maybe some other things we're going to check on. So let's see here. It should be, Yeah, it is working. So one of the things that I'm doing, especially for the Creative Summit, is I'm going to try to have a common place people can go to watch when I broadcast live from the Creative Summit in a few weeks. And the place you go is, let me see here, FinalCutProRadio.com. FinalCutProRadio.com. FCPRadio.com. That's the main place you can go. Let me show you how that's going to work. If you go to the main page there, Final Cut Pro Radio, go to the main page, look what we have. We actually have a new page set up that's called Live. For example, we're watching ourselves live right now. Let me go back there. We're going to get Inception here in a minute. So I'm going to click on Live, and I have to press the play button, and then we are live. Look at this. There we are, clicking through. So just go to FCPRadio.com and then click on the live button, and you'll get the latest live video. That's one of the ways I'm trying to simplify things. We'll see if it works. I don't know for sure. If you don't know who I am, my name is Richard Taylor. I will be your virtual window over there at the FCPX Creative Summit happening in a few weeks in Cupertino, California. I'm presuming everybody can hear me okay. It looks like the audio levels are pretty good. Let me just check over here on YouTube. And then let me just check on YouTube. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's working like it should be. I'm just going to be on here for a few minutes. I am testing the audio interface once again. I'm always adjusting the audio interface. Okay, I run through a Neumann TLM 103 microphone, which is the same microphone that Howard Stern uses. That's not the reason I got it, but it just happens to be the same microphone that Howard uses when he's live. So What else do we have? So here's one of the things we're going to check every week. I check this daily. Mac Pro, coming this fall. I want this to change to now available, and then there'll be a buy button. But I check this every day. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I do. Here's my audio setup with my Arrow. You can see that. It's a little bit complicated, but Jamie says, your sound is great. Jamie, I think, where are you from? Are you from the UK? I'm not even sure. I think you might be. Maybe not. Maybe you're from the United States. I don't know. What else do we have going on here this morning? So, coffee, of course. Be drinking coffee. That's what you got to do on Saturday mornings, every morning. First thing I do is I get out of bed, I feed the cats, then I do coffee. All right. What else do we have here? So for people that are into Final Cut Pro, which is most of the people watching this probably, how is 1047 treating you? I installed 1047 on my MacBook Pro, okay? But I'm on Mojave. I have not updated to Catalina. I've seen some problems with people that have updated to Catalina and 1047. Some people say it works fine. Other people say that there's problems with it. So I don't know. I'm not going to be updating to Catalina anytime soon unless I have to, if there's a feature that I really want. I know people like Sidecar a lot, but that's not going to be an issue with me. I didn't update to Mojave until maybe May of this year. So that's just the way it's going to be. For me, anyway. You guys, you might be having better luck with Catalina and 1047. So interestingly, the 1047 came out. So because what's that going to mean for the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit? That's what I want to know. Let's go check and see what's going on there. So the Creative Summit, for people that are going, happening in 18 days, November the 7th through the 9th, Cupertino, California. Join the Final Cut Pro community. So this is the great thing. We're going to visit the Apple Campus Park Visitor Center. We're not going to go to, no, not the Visitor Center. Well, wait a minute. Has that changed? Apple Park Visitor Center. It was the Apple Park. I don't think that's right. I think that's wrong. It's not the Visitor Center. Here's the keynote speakers this year. Joshua Myers and Stephen Moyer. They're having 2 keynotes instead of just one. 2019 speakers. These are all my friends. Jeff Greenberg, Steve Martin, Serena Catania, Chris Fenwick, Sam Messman. I know Patrick Southern's coming as well. Let's see what the program is right now. It changes sometimes, but here's the welcome ceremony. Word from our sponsors, Editing in Motion, Steve Martin, Nick Haraz. I'm not sure if that's the way you say his name, but that's the way I'm saying it. Keynote presentation, dinner on your own, social hour, and trivia. That's actually in the Juniper Hotel. They have a bar there. Last year we went there, and we had this trivia contest. People get together to hang out for the night. Last year it was Saturday. This year it is on Thursday night. There we go. So there's the rest of the stuff. Apple Day, you can go to fcpxcreativesummit.com, find out all this information. So this is the best thing right here. Apple panel discussion. besides getting a presentation from Apple at either the Apple campus or One Infinite Loop, which we have in the past, we get a presentation from them on Friday. Friday is Apple Day, Friday afternoon. Sessions in the morning, then we go to the Apple Park. Now, it says Visitor Center, but that's not, I don't think that's correct. I think they put that on there by mistake. I think we're just going to the Apple Park. At least that's what we were told, not the Visitor Center. We've already been there. We were there last year. But after we get a presentation from Apple, now here's the thing. 10.4.7 is already out. It's been out for weeks. I really don't think they're just going to show us 10.4.7 because we've already seen it. It's already been out. There's not a lot of flash in 10.4.7. Most of it's behind-the-scenes performance things, working with the new underpinnings that make it faster. So I don't think they're going to show us that. I think they have something new to show us. I mean, for all I know, it could be 10.4.8, but it also could be 10.5. They could show us 10.5, public or not public, coming out later this year, coming out 2020, don't know. But they're going to show us something new. They really, really should. But anyway, after that on Friday, then on Saturday, we get an Apple panel discussion. Apple products team takes your questions. We usually submit questions in advance, and then they answer questions, and they ask questions of us. So that's what's going on there. It ends Saturday night. Here's something else that's going on. Little different. The Tip Show, hosted by Chris Fenwick. And Steve Martin will be mixed in there somewhere. That is cool. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. Final Cut Pro, FCPXCreativeSummit.com. That's where you want to go to find out more information about the Creative Summit. Now, the hotel, if you go to the Creative Summit, use this discount code, FCPXRadio19. It'll save you 10%. It will save you 10% of the booking fee. I think the rooms, or if they're not booked up already at the Juniper, they are going to be booked up probably, and the discount I don't think is available anymore. You can check with Daniel, FMC, go to go to FCPXCreativeSummit.com and check out there. Let's check back on this. Has it changed? Nope, still coming this fall. Coming this fall. Pretty soon that's going to be changing. I got a suspicion. It's a beautiful machine, isn't it? I love it. I got a suspicion that we're going to see the Mac Pro at the Creative Summit, which is what I'm looking forward to. So one of the other things, I got a new iPhone 11 Pro Max. And I've always been looking for clips. I have maybe a dozen different microphone clips, iPhone clips. And I always need a cold shoe on the top like this one has. It has a cold shoe so I can mount a microphone up there or a transmitter or something. But the other thing is I always got to unwind something to release the iPhone, or I got to do something. But this Manfrotto one has a clip. So this expands and contracts, and you clip it, whatever size it is. And you just release the lever to release the phone. This is one of my favorites that I've found recently. I got it on Amazon for about $20, something like that. But it works with my iPhone 11. Let's see if you can see those lenses. 11 Pro Max. Pro Max. I got the 512 gigabyte version because I was always fighting my 6S Plus to get videos off of it. This is in a case, obviously. Let me pull it up there. There you go. There's the 3 lenses. I got it in a protective case. I will be bringing that to the Creative Summit when I get there. Absolutely will. Let's just check and see what's going on. Let's check to see what's going on Twitter under the hashtags here. Let's see what's anything special. Keyboard shortcuts. There's Final Cut Pro Help. My friend Site Creations has a Halloween sale. Do support him. He's been very helpful to me over the years with different motion things. He designed one of my Final Cut Pro radio logos for me. There's Johnny Lewis. Johnny Lewis Films. Ben Halsall says he's regularly being accused of being Australian. Frame.io. There's a lot to love in the newest release of Final Cut Pro. Check out JP Southern's First Impressions. Absolutely. Patrick will be there. I don't know if we have a flamethrower this year. It's hard to tell. My guess would be he will not have a flamethrower. But anyway, I'm not going to be on here much longer. I just figured I'd jump on here real quick. Share some coffee with everybody this Saturday morning. Coffee with Final Cut Pro Radio TV Live. No other questions? I will be jumping off here. If I see another question, I'll post it up. Let me just check a few more things before we get off. Nope, I don't see anything else. So here's one. Let's see that. One of my friends from Australia. Look at this. Look at this, how he's dressed up. I think he's in the States right now. Lee Herbert. He's going to be speaking at the Creative Summit. Look at that. Pretty fancy clothes there, Mr. Herbert. I told him to wear it for the summit. Whether he does or not, who knows? Don't know. Anyway, of course, everybody can reach me. Let's turn this one off, this one on. You can reach me on Twitter, twitter.com, Richard Taylor TV. On YouTube, a good place to follow and subscribe, youtube.com, Richard Taylor TV. Of course, the good old FCPRadio.com, where we're headed towards 1.2 million downloads of our podcast and these live streams as well. My name is Richard Taylor. This is Coffee with FCP Radio TV Live. I have a special episode of Final Cut Pro Radio TV coming up this week. I think it's this week. I'm not going to announce it now. I'll wait, but it'll be another special episode. We had Michael Cioni on yesterday. So OGDC says, what are your thoughts of DaVinci Resolve 16? I think DaVinci Resolve is a fantastic product. Everything I've seen about it looks really, really good. So if I didn't have Final Cut Pro to use, I would definitely go to DaVinci Resolve. I'm not going to go to Avid because I'm not going to get involved in their infrastructure and their fees, and I'm certainly not going to Adobe Premiere with their ridiculous, never-ending, pay me every month or I'll turn your software off subscription model. I think that's an absolute ridiculous model that they have. It's not the product, not Premiere itself. It's just the Adobe subscription model where they turn your software off if you stop paying them. That's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous model. A lot of their customers don't want that. If they have this subscription model and you just got frozen at the version you stopped paying for, that's fine. That's what normal subscriptions do. But no, Adobe turns the software off. You cannot use any version of the software with their subscription model, so I will never support that model. Anyway, if I had to switch, I would be on DaVinci Resolve. I'd learn that, and then I'd also go to LumaFusion. LumaFusion is doing a fantastic, fantastic job. All right, I'm going to head off here. This is enough for today. I just wanted to stop up and grab some coffee with everybody. Saturday morning, the weather is fantastic out here on the east coast of the good old USA. I'll be flying to the west coast later, early November for the summit, of course. Anyway, heading out now. My name is Richard Taylor, and I will talk to you the next time we go live. Don't forget, FCPRadio.com. That's where all the videos are going to be. They're there right now. They're also on YouTube, and they're also on Periscope, etc. All right, everybody. Let me turn this stuff off. I'll talk to you next time we go live.